All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Clark Kent, the Persian version, in front of me right now. Amit Darji, investor from New Jersey. Amit, thanks for being here, man.
Absolutely, man. Thank you, Jay, for taking some time out of your day and having me on.
No.
I know you're a busy man, man.
Nah,
shaking
dude,
and moving, right? Shake and bake, baby.
dude, I just know how to use my time properly.
Uh,
Dude, everyone says they're busy. It's like, please. But maybe the president. I think the president is the only man in the world. If he's like, yo, I'm busy, I'm like 100% Mr. President. You're running a country. I'm just a little guy. But listen, speaking of of time and action and movement and taking a lot of responsibility, I wanted to get you on because you recently went through my coaching program last month. Tell everybody, where were you before doing the coaching program?
So before the coaching program, I think one of the biggest things that I took away was how you taught me how to come out of my shell, right? I was really reluctant on sharing. I was really reluctant on knowing who I was and what the identity was moving forward. And through the process and the course of that 30 days that you took us through, the questions you asked, the way you had the program designed really uncovered and peeled back layers on us, especially me, that I could say, I can do this too. Why not me?
So, yeah, why not me? That's my tagline. So before joining, like, you were, obviously investing, you're flipping houses, you were doing your thing, but you said you were in your shell a little bit.
Yeah. So like one of the things you really helped me with was structuring. And the reason why I was so closed off is because I didn't know what direction I was heading and what I was trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
Sharing my vision, my thoughts, my feelings, you really helped lock in and dial in what that vision looked like, or what that finish line looked like and what we were trying to get to. And I think that was one of the more rewarding things out of anything that we've done. Like I could see that finish line ahead of me, and now I knew the path that I had to take to get there.
Interesting. So would you say out of the coaching program, the number one thing you took away was structure? And then what else sort of was a win for you throughout the process?
So absolutely, structure was another one of the big things I took away. The other big thing that I took away was that you didn't play around. You didn't take excuses. You held people accountable. And by holding us accountable, especially me, I felt it, man. It was like almost like a daddy program. I felt like my dad was sitting there like, hey, man, you get this done, you're on the road to success, right?
Yeah.
And I think that was the first time I've been part of a program, course, mastermind, whatever you want to call it, where the organizer really held you accountable. Like, hey, and the real beauty of it was, if we didn't do it, we did it on the call, man, right? If we didn't do the live that day, did it on the call. Man, if we didn't make the calls that we were supposed to, on the call, we did it. Yeah. And I really love that structure and the no bullshit that you had in the class, man.
Thank you, man. Yeah, thank you. I feel like the whole point of you joining and paying and using your money and time to be better is not just learning, but someone holding your hand and also pushing you to do it. Otherwise, you wouldn't need my support, my help. So that's awesome. So talk to people about, this program was different than a lot of programs that you've been a part of, that I've been a part of, and I've done in the past. Like, usually they're 90 days, one day a week, maybe a Facebook group, and we give you material and we come on and ask questions. Talk to people who haven't gone through this 30 days, 3 days a week intensive. Talk to them about that. Because at the beginning, right? No, I don't think much is for you, but other people like, it's too much. I don't have time. How am I going to deal with it? But talk to us about the new style of program that I created. I don't think it's unique, but I haven't seen many other people do it.
Yeah. So they say that the difference between the road to success and failure is discipline.
Okay.
And the 3 days a week, what it ingrained within me was a concept of discipline, that, hey, it's an intensive course, value add course, that you're only asking for 3 days and at minimum an hour, maybe an hour and a half a day, right? And it made me feel disciplined to come on, to know that if this is only 30 days, 3 days a week, there's going to be value. There's going to be impact that he's going to deliver.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure that I'm there to listen to it live, right? Take it in, and then be able to ask questions to further develop that roadmap and to help me get to my finish line.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, that's awesome. We had such a great group too. You know, everyone was so supportive, and you know, talk to them about that, the family.
Yes.
And like the feeling that you didn't feel judged. And we, you know, we laughed as well. We made fun of everybody.
Yeah. So if you think about, if you close your eyes and think about going on and doing a live on social media or whatever the case may be,
right,
people have reservations. I know certainly I didn't. I'll be the first one to admit it. I felt nervous. I didn't know what people would think about me. I didn't want to be judged, right? I wanted to stay in my little bubble. But being in this family type of atmosphere that Jay created helped us really nurture one another like a family and support each other. There were times where I didn't want to do the live. I just felt embarrassed. I didn't feel comfortable, but I had a family support that really nudged me along. Not only was it just the support in the call that we were having 3 days a week, but we started a group chat, right, on WhatsApp. And then we transitioned that, now that the class is over, into our Instagram chat. And we still communicate, we still help, we still inspire.
I'm not even part of that group anymore. But
yeah, Jay's not a part of that group anymore, right? It's like you know, the caterpillars making his way to the cocoon, and Jay's just like has a string of food guiding us to the cocoon.
Yeah.
When you come out of it, you know, you're fully blossomed like a butterfly and flying away, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of how we look at it. But in all honesty, the ability to come together, especially during hard times that we're facing here and there, we can rely on one another and say, hey guys, what are you doing to kind of overcome this? Or I'm just feeling down a little bit, guys, today. I don't know if you guys have some words of encouragement.
Yeah, no,
that's been really helpful, Jay.
Thank you, man. For the people, Amit, that are on the fence right now, you know, do I work with Jay? What's he like? Is this money that I'm going to spend? You know, it's an investment. You know? Is it going to get return? Like, what would you say to someone that maybe on the fence of working with me, or like, you know, man, do I really need to spend this money on a personal brand program? Tell them, walk them through that.
Absolutely. So I'll start with this, and that is, we live in a world of the digital age, and everything that you need is at your fingertips, right? Android, iPhone, whatever it is. And through those, you have your social media platforms, and it's one of the best utilities to get yourself out there. And so if you're on the fence, maybe you're in real estate, maybe you're in branding, whatever the case may be, maybe in mental mindset, but people need to know who you are. And people need to become aware of you if you want business, right? It's like marketing, right? If you are in real estate, you need to generate leads. If you turn off the faucet to marketing, well, you no longer have a business that's generating leads. And that's why if you are considering or debating or aren't sure if you should spend the money with Jay, the thing that Jay does is he helps you align that vision, right? Jay will help you propel to the next level so that you can start gaining momentum. I'll give you an example, Jay, if it's okay, if I can share an example.
Yeah, we're here, man. You know.
So Jay had taught us this strategy, and Calendly's been around for, I don't know, years. So Jay, through the course, taught us this strategy specifically for me, how to raise capital for real estate. So I followed Jay's strategy. I booked 20 calls within that 30-day period, that 4-week course, and I have raised over $275,000.
Is that you actually did it?
I can show you proof if you want through my Calendly.
Wow.
I'll send you screenshots.
Yeah.
We're raising the money through the strategies that you are teaching us. Now I'm going to be straight up. Does every appointment lead to money raised? No, right? But it's a numbers game. The more you get into conversations, the more you network, the more the things that you've taught us, the more we apply it, the more I'm seeing fruits of my labor.
Right. And thank you for sharing. And I think that like transitions into a good question. Like, what was the, you know, what was the structure of the program, and also the tasks that I were giving you? How was that for you? Because a lot of times people think, is it going to be overly complicated? you know, is this simple? Is actually like, I don't want to just like, what filter do I put on my Instagram photo? Like, is it actually stuff that I can do? It's easy and I can get results with. And I think what you just shared, like tell them a little bit about some of the things that you implemented that got instant result.
Yeah. So I'm not very big with Instagram specifically, right? And the things that you helped me with, Jay, is looking at analytics, looking at how to post, right? You gave us the step-by-step structure. I didn't have to overthink like, oh my God, he wants me to do a live, a story, a this, a that. It didn't feel complicated because it was 1, 2, 3.
Right.
And the thing that I really like the most, Jay, that you did, and I don't know if you'll change it or not, but every class had either 1 to 2 instructions. It wasn't like you gave us a book and we're like, oh my God, this is worse than going to college.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't have to do 30 steps by end of week 1. It was 1 or 2 activities that culminated in massive results that just bled into the following week.
Right. Yeah, let's love that, man. Final thing before we go, overall, biggest thing, biggest takeaway from doing this is what?
The biggest thing that I take away is the support that you still give us. I feel like you're always there for your people. You're always kind, generous with your time, and you truly have a heart of helping. Obviously, I know, look, let's just be real. We're in the concept of business, right? You got to make a living. I've got to make a living.
Right.
But beyond the concept of money, there's a transparency of trust with you. And for me, that was one of the most important things.
Right. Thank you.
Before I spent the money with you, can I trust this guy?
Right.
And through our relationships that we've built, the time that I've gotten to know you between your social media and now in person, the level of trust and commitment that you have for your community goes beyond what I personally have experienced in other places. And I think that has been something that you've instilled in me going forward. Like, hey, yeah, people have knowledge, people have successes, but what does the trust level look like?
Yeah.
Can I believe in this person in my most dearest down times to be there?
Yeah.
For me, I can say yes, that I believe you'd be there for me.
Thank you, man. Thank you. You know, even if we're on like, you know, another planet, I can.
Yeah, if Elon takes you to Mars, I know you'll satellite me in, right? You get me?
Me and Elon, baby. Hey, so listen, but last thing before we go, so everyone knows you're not a paid actor, you know, like where can they learn more about you?
So you can go to Instagram, it's Amit Darji Show. You can go to Facebook, Amit Darji. My website, amitdarji.com.
Perfect.
YouTube, Amit Darji Show. It's all there.
All right, man. Hey, appreciate you being here and sharing some input.
Thanks, Jay. Appreciate you having me on.